have dry skin, even living in a hot and humid climate like Houston, Texas, my skin is still dry. And I'm not talking about like normal dry, I'm talking about like bone dry. When I am going to apply makeup on my skin, I have to make sure I'm not only doing a great skin prep with my skincare routine, but also that I'm going in with hydrating primers and primers that are going to accentuate my best features and not cling to dry patches or feel heavy or make my skin feel tight or uncomfortable. So if that's you, if you have dry skin like me, and it is a struggle to find a foundation that is going to look fantastic on your skin, look no further. I got you. I am going to let you know about 8 foundations that I think are amazing on dry skin. I'm going to talk about what I love about them, who they would best be for, what type of event you can wear these in, and I'm even going to show you some demos. So why don't we go ahead and jump in. Real quickly before we get started, if you are curious about this makeup look here, I did recently get a PR box from ColourPop and I did like a full face of ColourPop cosmetics, so I will have that linked down below. But I want to share with you 8 foundations that I feel like are really good for dry skin. If you are someone who is looking for a nice flawless finish, I got you. I will let you know what foundations can work for those of us with dry skin. Now, these are not ranked, they're not in any particular order, and I no longer have 2 of these in my collection, but I can speak to them because I have used them. Let's just go ahead and start with one that I feel like the internet has raved about. This is the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I have mine in the shade 110 Light Neutral, and as you can see here, I've used probably about 1/4 of this foundation. This is one that I like when I'm looking for more of like a medium to full coverage on my skin. This is a foundation that I would reach for if I have an event, if I'm going on a date with my husband, if I'm going somewhere where I want my makeup to really look put together. This is going to give me, again, more of a medium to full coverage. It is buildable. This particular foundation, it was difficult for me to find the shade that I would say is perfect for me. So oftentimes when I'm wearing this foundation, I will mix in a little bit of my Auric Glow Lust. And if you don't have Auric Glow Lust, you could use like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter or the e.l.f. one that they have, like some sort of glowy mixing medium, and the way that it looks on my skin is just beautiful. I have no issues with longevity. It doesn't feel tight on my skin. It doesn't feel heavy. So it gives me coverage while still being comfortable, still having really long wear, and mixing in the Auric Glow Lust really helps to give it a little bit more of a radiant finish, not dewy, not glowy, but more of like a radiant, natural, healthy finish. Now this foundation is $52 at Sephora, so it is pricey. There are a lot of shades. You have 1 fluid ounce. This was an Allure 2025 Best of Beauty winner because, like I said, people have been raving about this and the fact that it is long wearing. The description online says that it is a medium coverage, weightless, non-comedogenic foundation with fermented arnica that helps reduce redness and protect from environmental stresses. It's going to give you medium coverage, natural finish. It is a liquid foundation. So I will say, this has skincare ingredients. I don't know that I really feel a difference with skincare ingredients, but I know that I love the way this sits on my skin. It gives me just such a high glam type of finish that this is one I truly enjoy, and I can wear it all year round. Like, I can wear it in the dead of winter when my skin is super dry and it still looks flawless. Another bougie foundation in my collection that my skin loves, surprisingly, is this Dior foundation stick. And I say surprisingly not because I didn't expect anything less from Dior, but because of the simple fact that like stick foundations and my dry skin have not always been the best of friends. They have not always seen eye to eye. And this foundation, y'all, I love the way that it looks on my skin. First of all, I use the shade 2N. I have already used so much of this. I will say the Haus Labs has no fragrance. For whatever reason, the Dior does have like a light floral fragrance, almost like a floral fresh. It's not quite as heavily scented as Chanel, but there's definitely a scent there. This goes on so smooth. If I'm in a rush, or if I'm traveling, or if I just need to like get ready quickly, it's so easy to just swipe this on the skin and blend it out with my makeup sponge. It blends in seamlessly. This does give me a nice natural satin finish. It's not like dewy glowy, but it gives me a nice satin sheen and looks so healthy on the skin. It doesn't sit on top top of my pores. It doesn't settle into fine lines. It blends out easily, and it's very, very comfortable on the skin. Online, it does say that this was going to give you a natural finish. It is a multi-use foundation stick that delivers a natural blurred finish, 24-hour coverage, and all-day hydration. Now, I don't know who's wearing their foundation for 24 hours. I certainly am not, but I will wear it for anywhere from like 12 to 15 hours, and this lasts on my skin. It lasts in the summer, in the Texas heat, when my skin is getting a little bit more, I don't want to say oily because my skin's never oily, but when some of the oils are coming out. However, in the dead of winter, like right now, when the air is dry and my face is dry, this sits super comfortably on the skin, and I love the way that it looks. I will say though, you only get 0.35 ounces or 10 grams of product. So for this to be a $57 foundation, you're not even getting half an ounce of product. So just beware. I feel like for that reason, oh my gosh, I feel like I almost just broke it. Like I feel like for that reason, if you want this to be like your everyday go-to, like just know that you're gonna go through it quickly. However, for me, I have so many foundations. This is one that I reach for on a daily, like when I'm doing anything, getting ready for work, running errands, taking my kids out. Like this is a go-to for me and one that I reach for so often, but I do swap it out with other foundations because I know that like the price that you pay for what you get, like it's a little outrageous, but still, it's a stick foundation that looks amazing on my skin. Now, a foundation that I love that I unfortunately had to declutter because it went bad is from Nars. And it is the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. I had the shade Deauville. Online, it does say that this offers a medium coverage. It was a 2022 Allure Best of Beauty winner. It gives you a natural finish. It's really good for redness. It's a makeup skincare hybrid. So this one does give you more of like a dewy, glowy finish. I will say Nars foundations always give me more of like a medium coverage, so medium buildable. This is one that gave me a nice dewy glow. It looked healthy. It looked like my skin, but better. It did give me a natural finish and it was very smoothing. It does say that it's going to improve your skin over time. I don't know if I felt like that was true or not, but I do know that I loved the way that my skin looked and the glow that it gave and the texture. It was fragrance free. It sat really nice and gave me more of that like medium coverage. This was one that yes, you could wear it on the day today, but also when I was doing a date night or going out to events, like this is a foundation that I would reach for. I don't know if I said the price, it's $55, but you do get a full fluid ounce compared to the Dior where it was $57 for not even half of a fluid ounce. So this one, yes, it's expensive, but you're getting more for your money. This would be a great one if you are looking for something that's gonna be very long lasting. You want it to give you more of like a medium flawless coverage, but still give your skin a healthy glow. This one would be a great one. I can definitely see myself repurchasing this at some point, having it in my collection. I try not to keep too many foundations because I really love to use up my makeup products, but I would totally 100% repurchase this because I love the way that it looked on my skin. So highly, highly recommend. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I have not been the biggest fan of like skin tints or tinted moisturizers or things that offer more of a lighter coverage just because I feel like I either want to put makeup on or I don't. Like I'm not really going for the clean girl vibe, no makeup. However, I did find a skin tint that I do enjoy and I wear this often on those days where I'm just looking for a little bit of a lighter complexion, and it is from Sigma Beauty. This is the Skin Perfector Hydrating Tint. I have the shade 2. This is enriched with hyaluronic acid, you have vitamin E, you have niacinamide, squalene, you have so many skincare ingredients while also somehow having more coverage than I feel like most skin tints have. By no means is this going to give you a foundation look. It is going to give you a very light coverage, but there are times when you put a skin tint on and I'm like, where did it go? Where it looks like I'm wearing nothing. And not that I want my makeup or my face to look cake face, but I don't want my face to look like there's nothing on it if I put something on it, if that makes any sense at all. But this hydrating tint, first of all, is very hydrating. It is very comfortable on the skin. The other products that I've talked about so far, I use a sponge to kind of apply it on my skin. This, I just go in with my fingers, y'all. I will put this directly on my face, rub it in with my fingers, take my sponge to kind of dab it out. But I love this on those days when I'm like quickly throwing errands on. Maybe I have no eyeshadow. I just throw some mascara, a lip, a little bit of blush. Like, this is a quick, easy go-to. I love this product. It gives me really good wear, really good longevity, while also feeling comfortable on the skin. I would say that this gives me more of like a natural finish. Like, you're not gonna have a dew, you're not gonna have a glow. It's just gonna look very much like your skin. But if you struggle with redness or skin texture or anything like that, it is going to kind of smooth that out and make everything look seamless. The description says, the Ultra Smooth formula provides the hydrating boost of a moisturizer and the lightweight buildable coverage of a liquid foundation. Agree. Allowing you to customize your look from sheer to medium coverage. Formulated with nourishing ingredients like hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, plant-derived squalene, and niacinamide, this hydrating skin tint provides a dewy, natural-looking finish. I agree. You can get a little bit more coverage in certain areas, but it's just going to give you this very natural finish, very comfortable finish, and I can wear this like all day and it lasts, y'all. So this is a good one. I don't know if I mentioned it's $39, so more affordable than the high-end products that we have been talking about at Sephora. Of course, I do have a code, KBella. If you ever want to save some money, you can always use that code and save some money, but Sigma also has some really awesome sales and frequently. So this is a good one if you're looking for like natural, easy, everyday. The other foundation that's no longer in my collection is from Pat McGrath, and it is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Weightless Foundation. I had the shade 7. This is also an Allure Best of Beauty winner for 2024. This one is medium coverage is what they say online. I honestly, y'all, I feel like it was light coverage for me. Hydrating and natural finish. A weightless hydrating foundation with a serum-like texture offering customizable coverage and a filter-like soft focus. So this one was very liquidy. Like when I would pump it on my hand, I could see the liquid running down. When I applied it on my skin, it gave me this very nice light coverage while offering a little bit of a glow. Super hydrating on the skin. It didn't feel thick and cakey. It was great for like an everyday. Like I was wearing it every day when I would go to work. I just liked the way that it looked like my skin, but better and healthier, and offered a little bit of a glow and a little bit of a shine. Now this one is expensive. It's $69, but you do get a full fluid ounce. I mean, you're getting Pat McGrath quality. Like I said, it was amazing. I loved this foundation. The only reason why I decluttered it was because it got old in my collection. Now, I will say I would totally repurchase this one, but it's not like high on my list to repurchase just because I do feel like it gave me such a light coverage. I like more of a light to medium, and this didn't even feel like a buildable formula to me. It just very much was a light coverage, very serum-like. If you like a serum foundation, very serum-like, a serum-like texture, but I do like the way that it enhanced my skin. Like it was my skin, but better, if you know what I mean. Now, if you've been here for any amount of time, you know that my favorite, my most loved, most used foundation is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Now this is the older formulation. They did recently reformulate it. They swapped some ingredients out. They supposedly made it better. They included some more shades. I did a full review where I was talking about the two different foundations, so I will have that listed down below. If you wanna hear my thoughts on the new one and whether it compares to the OG or if it's worth it, go ahead and check that video out. But I just wanna speak to the wonderful Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. So I do get the smaller size. I wanna say it is, okay, so this is half a fluid ounce, 0.6, 18 milliliters, $48 for a little mini. You can get the larger size. I like the smaller size because I'm actually able to use it before it goes bad. I do have the shade 4, and y'all, when it says Luminous Silk Foundation, that is how it looks on your skin. It does give you this nice luminosity, like a satin texture. It's not dewy glowy, it doesn't look oily shiny, but this nice luminous texture that looks so healthy. I love the way that my skin looks. I'm constantly getting compliments of how beautiful my skin looks, how even my skin texture is, how glowy my skin is. It's so hydrating. The longevity on this is amazing. I would say this is definitely a medium coverage foundation. You're not gonna get sheer light. It has that serum texture texture, but it provides coverage for you. You do have a long wearing formula. The newer formulation does have niacinamide in it. The OG does not, just beware of that. But this is a silky, non-comedogenic liquid foundation that blurs and smooths the skin, provides 24-hour wear and hydration with a natural glow finish. I do agree. Like I said, check out the video below if you want to see like my comparison on the two. But y'all, I love this foundation. I love the OG so much that I repurchased it because I used it up completely and went on to repurchase a backup before purchasing the new one to try it out. But this is a fan favorite for me, y'all. I feel like if you have dry skin, if you're willing to invest in a really good foundation that's just gonna look amazing and you can wear it all of the time, that's this one. I can wear it on the day today. I can wear it when I'm doing full glam. I can wear it when I just want something quick and easy. It makes my skin look so healthy, so glowy. It's been a favorite for a while. It's been a favorite for a while. There's a reason why Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk is like a #1. And if you haven't tried it out, like I highly recommend, like I said, you can get the full size for $69 if it's your only foundation, or get the smaller size if you want to pay a little bit less. You're still getting more than the Dior stick foundation, and this is like #1 holy grail of all time. I have 2 more foundations. I'm sorry, I thought that I had 2 that I didn't have with me. It's actually going to be 3, but I do currently have the newest one from Natasha Denona. This is the High Glam foundation. It's the Hydrating and Blurring Luminous Longwear Serum Foundation. I have the shade N3, and I will say, if you are looking for a foundation that is going to like make your skin look blurred and luminous and very high glam, okay, like the name says, very high glam, this is a great one. So this one does offer more of a medium to medium full type of coverage, I would say. I can feel this one on my skin more than like the Armani Luminous Silk or the Sigma Hydrating Tint. This is more similar to the Haus Labs, where it gives me a very glam look. It's going to give me more coverage. It does say serum foundation in the name, but for me, it doesn't feel very serum-like, but this does have very good long wear. Like this will last all day for me. It does say a medium buildable hybrid blurring and self-setting radiant serum foundation that hydrates and balances oils for up to 18 hours of creaseless wear. Now, on my most driest of driest days, I don't really find this to be very hydrating, but it doesn't stick to dry patches or irritate the skin. This is more of like my normal to dry or slightly dry days. Maybe not like in the dead of winter, like right now when my skin is super dry, but this is one that again, I would use for a date night or if I'm a wedding guest or going out anytime I want my skin to look flawless. If I have anything that I feel like I need to cover, if I want to even out my texture, like this one just sits really beautifully on the skin. It is $52. You can get it at Sephora. There is no scent. This is a really good one if you haven't tried it out already. Okay, now here's my hot take for you. The last foundation that I want to recommend today, I'm saying it's a hot take because a lot of people did not love this foundation. This is the Patrick Ta Major Skin Hydrolux Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation for Natural Glow. I had the shade 5, which was golden neutral. I saw so many people on the internet talking about how they didn't love this foundation. They felt like it was too glowy. They felt like it was too dewy. I didn't try it for the longest time, and when I finally tried it out, y'all, I loved this foundation. This is by far the glowiest of the foundations that I have talked about. Like when you put it on your skin, you do not need any Auric Glow Lust or Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter. Like it is going to look super glowy, but it does set down. Now it's still going to give you a very dewy, glowy finish, but it will set down and won't look quite as metallic as when you first apply it. This was an Allure Best of Beauty 2025 winner as well. It does say hydrating, I agree, radiant finish, very much so, medium coverage, yes. So this has hyaluronic acid. It is a luminous foundation with serum-inspired ingredients and light to medium buildable coverage that boosts hydration and blends seamlessly into the skin. This one is going to give you a radiant finish. It is going to be a dew and a glow, whereas the Natasha Denona and the Haus Labs give you more of a satin finish. I feel like the Armani Luminous Silk is going to give you more of like a luminous natural finish, same as the Dior, same as the Sigma. This one is radiant. Like you are going to be glowing, you are going to be dewy, but it's going to sit so nicely on the skin. If you're struggling with super dry skin and dry patches and irritated skin, like this one is fabulous and it made my skin look so good. If you're someone with normal skin or oily skin, this probably isn't the best bet for you. Like go with some of the others. But if you have super dry skin and you really want something that is going to make your dull skin look very hydrated and glowy, this is a great one. My one negative thing to say about this foundation is that I feel like it goes bad. It goes bad quickly. I don't know what the ingredients are. I don't know if they are more clean ingredients or what, but it's a vegan formula. This went bad quickly. I just did my declutter at the end of 2025 and I had to get rid of this one. I mean, yes, I had it for like a year, maybe a little bit more than a year, and that's how long you're supposed to have foundations. But there are so many foundations that I can wear after a year and like they still last. This one, I smelled it, y'all. It was rancid. It had gone bad. So just keep that in mind. If you are someone who has multiple foundations and it's not going to be an everyday for you, you may not want to spend the $58 to pick it up. But if you're looking for like a one and done, you want to be radiant, you want to be glowy, this was a good one. Okay friends, that is going to do it for this video. For all of the dry-skinned men and women out there, if you are looking for a foundation that is going to make your skin look amazing, check one of these out. If you've tried any of these, let us know your thoughts down below if I missed one. If you have dry skin and you're like, hey, Kelly, you didn't talk about this foundation, let me know down below because I might not have tried it out or I might not have tried it out recently. But as always, I would love to know your thoughts. I hope that you guys found this helpful and that you're able to pick a foundation that you feel like is best for you and makes you look and most importantly, feel super beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and make sure you are subscribed before you go. That way I can see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.